Look, folks, we have to talk about this insane post from Donald Trump in the middle of night. Last night that has mega enough frenzy. Like truly, they seem more angry at Donald Trump over this post in a particular than they were when he went to war with Iran. I mean, they are calling him Antichrist. They are calling him blasphemous. I have never seen anything like this. People across the board, even some of Donald Trump's die-hard fans, are condemning him for this post in a particular. He went on social media rampage last night, posting a lot of random crap, the same stuff that he could accept from him on a daily basis. But the reaction from MAGA has just been wild. So I have a bunch of Republicans example to show you before we get into through. Please make sure to subscribe down below. It helps support Gen Z media, helps fight against MAGA. But look, without further ado, let's just get into it. So Donald Trump already has pissed off his base a lot with the war with Iran, the Epstein files, and the things like that. You did think that given that knowledge, Donald Trump and his team might want to, get some more people back on his side. Do something that plays to the base. Because right now, Donald Trump is 12 points less popular than Biden was at this exact point on his presidency. Remember, during Biden's term, Republicans would talk non-stop about how non-popular he is, that everybody hates him. Of course, that was not true. So what do they say now? That Donald Trump is 12 points less popular than Biden was. They were crying about Biden's approval rating on a daily basis, saying that he should resign. Donald Trump also just got his lowest approval rating ever in a CBS poll. Second term at a 39% approval rating. 61% of Americans disapprove of Donald Trump, and the number is getting lower by day given everything that we are seeing. Now that the post I showed you at the beginning of Donald Trump in that weird settings was not only the crazy things he did last night, he also thought it was a good Vatican. I'm not religious, but if you are attacking the Pope and attacking the Vatican, you're not the good guy in the scenario. And Donald Trump last night thought it was a good idea to punish and easy basically going after Pope Leo. Pope Leo is weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy. He also said that for some reason he decided to add this in there that he likes his brother Lewis better than he because apparently Lewis is a MAGA. He said he gets it and Leo doesn't. He then just basically went to go on to say that Leo or Poppy, yeah, Poppy Leo loves crime. He wants Iran to have nuclear weapons. Like all this is obviously not true. But this is the one that really sent MAGA spiraling. And as you can see, it is incredibly strange. It is Donald Trump posting an AI image of himself as Jesus Christ. He is now pretending to be God. And in my view, it looks like he is trying to heal a Jeffrey Epstein type figure. It looks like Jeffrey Epstein. It looks like that's what Donald Trump is doing. If given the opportunity, Donald Trump would absolutely help out his best friend at any opportunity. But this photo is insane. Donald Trump is just basically admitting to the American people very openly that he views himself as a god. He views himself as holier than you. He is maybe the most narcissistic person to ever be in the politics. And that is saying something. There are a lot of crazy people in the politics and Donald Trump still beats them. And just look at the insanity of this photo. Like what is going on here? What is going on here where Donald Trump thought this was appropriate? It's him as a Jesus Christ and then you have like Americans fighter jets flying, fireworks going, a big American flag is in the background as he is healing somebody. And then look at the top right. What is that? Are those demons? Like what is in the top right? Who are these people? What are these things that Donald Trump has posted on social media? Because playing as Jesus Christ is not something that I had on my bingo card. And remember, Donald Trump, posted something about him being, and Pope Leo had not been chosen yet. And so this is not necessarily out of ordinary for Donald Trump, but still weird, nothing less. And somebody actually noticed something, that this photo was created by Donald Trump. He saw it on social media and posted it somewhere. But it turns out the original photo was posted by Nick Adams. But someone in the Trump camp decided it would be a rise to alert it and add demons and repost. So you can actually see this was the original image and no demons, and then they added demons. So what does that say about this situation? I don't know. You could be the judge for that. Marjorie Taylor Greene coming out. Of course, used to be Donald Trump's best friend, now criticize him frequently. She said on Orthodox Easter in response to his insanity. Donald Trump attacked the Pope because the Pope is rightly against Trump's war in Iran. And then he posted this picture of himself as he is replacing Jesus. This comes after last week's post of his evil tired on Easter and then threatening to kill an entire civilization. I completely denounce this and I am praying against it. And she actually added, it's more than blasphemy, it's an antichrist spirit. I just like this is such a remarkable turnaround for Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I always like to preface when I talk about her going against Donald Trump that she is not suddenly a good person. She's still crazy. She, she's still very out there. But if you told me a year ago that Marjorie Taylor Greene would be calling Donald Trump the Antichrist, I would have to told you you are crazy. And now look where we are. She's calling Donald Trump the Antichrist. I also wanted to add this one here because it's somewhat in the same vein. Babe, and who is a huge religious guy, very MAGA saying, I genuinely believe Trump is currently demo possessed. Now you know. I will let you decide whether you believe that one or not. But this is how far MAGA is going with this. This is how upset they are with Donald Trump post. They are out here saying that Donald Trump has now been possessed by demons, that he is the Antichrist. Tim Poll, Hugh MAGA commentator said, Trump's like guess I will go out with a bang, referencing Donald Trump's insane post. Because yeah, it seems like Donald Trump really maybe doesn't believe that he is going to be in office for the next 3 years. He's not behaving like a president who has 3 more years in the timeline. He's behaving like a president who is leaving office like tomorrow, right? I mean, he's just completely giving a middle finger to the people who got him elected. And the midterms are right around the corner. Not a great strategy, but I encourage Donald Trump to continue doing it for our sake, for our democracy's sake. So people vote against him. Michael Knowles, a mega commentator, works at the Daily Wire at with Ben Shapiro. You would not accept him to be someone to criticize Donald Trump. I have debated him. He loved Donald and he said he loved Donald and he said I assume someone has already told him. But it behaves the president both spiritually and politically to delete the picture. No matter the intent. The intent doesn't matter here. So if Donald Trump is posting this because he genuinely believes that he is God and Jesus Christ, that is not relevant. And there is much, much more where that came from. So look, I will leave the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I will appreciate you being here. I just cannot believe what we are looking at here. Make sure to subscribe down below. Drop a like on video, comment. Let me know what you think about this story. Let me know what you have seen online in connections to this. Have an amazing rest of your day and we will talk soon.